Welcome to Glowing Uranium. My name is Norbert, and today on the bench I actually have two pieces for you guys. Now these two pieces actually come in a pair. So what we have here is a creamer. So you'd fill this up with creamer or milk. Use that to pour it in your coffee. And here you have a sugar dish. Two very beautifully patterned pieces. Let's take a look at these up close. So let's start with the creamer. If you take a look at the creamer, it has a very nice design along the top here. It's a bit of a floral pattern. It's a bit tricky to make out, but like right there, for example, where I'm pointing, you can make out a flower. There's some leaves in between, another flower. So it has a bit of a floral design going all the way around, even on the lip here. Then same thing on the sugar bowl as well. You have the pattern that goes all the way around. And this one actually has two different patterns on it. And I'll show you exactly what the name of this specific pattern is. But first, let's just talk about it. Let's just show you what we got here. On this side, you have this beautiful triangular pattern, these swoops that go around the glass. And inside, you have basically a pot with some flowers in there. Very nice, very simple, beautiful floral design. But what's really nice about this one is on the other side, it has two birds here. Let me align this so you can get a nice view. There you go. That's probably as good of a view as you're going to get. So you see here you have two birds that kind of look like they're sitting on a branch here. You have the leaves right there. Very nice design. Let me show you the same thing on here. This one, exact same thing. On one side, you have this beautiful floral pot with the plants inside of it. On the other side, you have the birds as well. Now, the design for this bird is actually called the Georgian Lovebirds. Very cute name for these guys. And let me actually show you inside of this book. And then on the bottom, you have a little F in the shield, which means that these were created by the Federal Glass Company. Now, Federal Glass Company is no longer around. They were founded in, I want to say 1900. They went out of business, I want to say around 1980, 1979, 1980. So they no longer make glass anymore, but they did make some beautiful, beautiful pieces. So right here, I have a book here, Warman's Depression Glass Guide, 2nd edition. And let me actually open up to the page. So right here, you have the Georgian Lovebirds. It's a bit tricky to see on the camera, but if you pull this up with the lighting, there they are. There are those birds. So right here, manufactured by Federal Glass Company in Columbus, Ohio, from 1931 to 1936. Then you have some prices here, all of which by now I imagine are out of date. But what's nice about having a reference guide like this is you can cross-reference this, right? You can look online, see on eBay, you can look up the specific design, Georgian Lovebirds by Federal Glass Company. You can see the beautiful sets like this. You can see all the other pieces that go along with it from the whole kind of complete set. So that's pretty much what this is. You have the creamer right there, 3-inch or 4-inch. I want to say that's the 3-inch. And then the sugar bowl, sugar, here we go, 3-inch as well. And then there should actually be a cover to this as well. Now in my collection of uranium glass, I do have so many pieces, so I wouldn't be surprised if I actually have more pieces to this, but I don't believe I actually own the cover to this one. I would have definitely kept these together. I know when these were bought and gifted to me, they did come together, but unfortunately, it does not have the cover. At least I don't have one, so I'm going to see if I can come across one at some point. Now, if we close this up, as I did mention, this is uranium glass. So what uranium glass is, if this is your first time coming across it, uranium glass is a type of glass, usually from the Depression era, and it's called Depression glass because it most prominently was created during the Great Depression period. But uranium glass has its name because they use uranium oxide as an ingredient to help create this beautiful kind of glowing green color. So this does actually have some radioactive properties to it, and it has some unique properties where if you take a black light, it will actually glow in the dark. And I'm going to show you both of those. So I put these aside here. Let me start with this first. So this is called a Geiger counter. And if you've never seen one of these before, I wouldn't be surprised. These are not very, very common because most people really have no use for these. But it's a great tool to have in a hobby like this, where if you collect uranium glass, it typically tends to be radioactive. So it's very awesome to have something like this to measure how radioactive it is. Just a cool tool that we have in the hobby. Now this is a very entry-level tool. You could pick this one up right here. I have a link down below in the description to Amazon. This one costs about $100. It's a very entry-level one, very basic. They can get a lot more sophisticated, a lot more sensitive, and you can get a lot better ones. But just to start out, this is a great tool because it'll give you a rough idea of how much radiation something's putting out. So if we turn this on, it's going to give you the counts per minute. So in 1 minute, about how many particles does it detect of radiation. So now it's not counting anything. If I put this up close, and right now you got 1, so it will still pick up particles just going about your day to day, right? We have background radiation, so it will still pick particles up. But if I bring this right here, what you see is that the count is going up. Now, ideally, you would leave this here for 1, 2, 3 minutes, and it'll give you a more accurate count. But as you can see, obviously right now, it is climbing, it is going up. So these are radioactive, which is one of the cool appeals of uranium glass, is that it uses the uranium. And the way this tool works is right here, you have some slits on both sides, and the particles go inside of here. Now, different Geiger counters, some have little circular, I guess wands you could say, that do the same thing. They act as more of like a pad, whereas this, you have these slits. So you have different designs, different sensitivities, but nonetheless, you can see these are radioactive. And it is a very cool thing to own, a piece of uranium glass, because there's not many things you can really own nowadays with uranium, which, not that you really should strive to own many things with uranium, it is still pretty cool. So if I turn this off, let me show you guys the other really cool property of uranium glass, and that is its reactivity with ultraviolet light. So when you shine a UV light, so I have one of these in the description as well, not this exact one, but a similar one. If you shine UV light on a piece of uranium glass, they actually react and it gives you that stereotypical green glow that collectors absolutely love. So let's turn off the lights and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. All right, now that the light is off, let's shine my UV light, and there you go. Check that out. That is so beautiful. You can shine it from the other side. You can see those happy little lovebirds on the sugar dish. You can shine it from this side, move it all the way around. Very beautiful. Let me show you guys this piece here. There are the lovebirds, and on the other side you have that floral pot pattern. Very gorgeous glow. Let me actually turn on a second UV light so I can shine on both of these at the same time. Very cool, guys. Very beautiful. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little showing of these two lovely pieces right here. The Georgian Lovebird pattern by Federal Glass Company of the creamer and the sugar dish. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Leave it a like if you like this little showing of these pieces. Subscribe if you want more videos from me on glowing uranium. My name is Norbert. Thank you guys so much for watching. Till next time.